back to the homestead, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here in our front yard working on this beautiful spring day, the 2nd of February. Happy Groundhog Day, ladies and gentlemen. And if you hadn't noticed, he saw a shadow, as though that matters. It doesn't if you're in a homestead. We have two things that we grow here on Pine Rock Ranch very well. Pines and rocks. Now that's not the technical name of this place, but it's something we've talked about and kidded around for a while, because we grow pine trees very well and we grow rocks exceptionally well. In fact, every time it rains,
we grow another
crop of rocks that is ready for being harvested. Today we are harvesting some of the rocks in our front yard to fill in an area in a driveway on the in-laws property. About making use of your resources. Have lots of trees, you use your trees. If you have lots of rocks, you use your rocks. In our case, we have both, so we're using the best of our ability. So what's going on in here right now is we're getting ready for spring planting. Spring planting is going to be a big deal for us this year. As you know from some other videos I've talked about, whenever we first moved here on the property, we spent a lot of time building infrastructure. We spent a lot of time doing things like building outbuildings and storage buildings and chicken coops and goat houses and a house and everything else. Well, now we have to turn our attention towards trying to get a garden in place. So this is a natural progression that goes into trying to build a homestead. Two things you need to be able to ensure that you are able to produce easily and readily. One is food, the other is water. So this year we're focusing very heavily on food production. We have a lot of berry bushes that will be going in. We have fruit trees going in. And before it's over with, this whole front yard is going to look like a garden. It is on a slope, so we have to do a little bit of an adjustment to the slope. And we're going to use a terraced method where we bring in some material, raise up the property, or raise up the front to make it go up in stair steps all the way up. It'll allow us to maximize our grow space while hopefully minimizing any runoff or other issues. Camera girl's going to show you around and show you what we're doing, and then we'll come back a little later on and show you how it turned out. So when we first moved here on the homestead, we had to clear this by hand, and we reached a certain point where we just could not do it by hand anymore, so we brought in a crew to do some excavating work. They dug around, dug out the trees, did some bulldoze work. Well, the problem is that afterwards, they had really, I guess, upset the front. They upset the ground enough to where it created a lot of runoff issues. And since we didn't have the ability, the resources to try and to fix those problems, we just did the best we could for the time being. Right now, we're having to address that. And it's either bring in heavy equipment once again to dig all this stuff out at the cost of many thousands of dollars, or do it the old-fashioned way using our big old muscles and dig out rocks, roots, things that we grow very well. Try and get these things out of here. Now we will be bringing in loads of dirt as the project progresses. We'll be doing some of that hopefully this week or the following, and then we'll know how much it's going to take to get this turned into the oasis that we want it to be. The problem is that once you start digging down, you have no idea
how big they actually are.
How big these rocks actually can be. Some of these are little itty bitty things, and other times you get digging and it's a mini boulder. Oh,
like that.
Like that. Now, this has to go
into the wagon.
Nope. So this is going on the fence line.
All right.
What we're doing here with the rocks that are too big to use down in the driveway, we're just lining the fence with them for the time being. That will also help to act as a weed barrier. It'll ensure that animals and other things do not make it under our fence. One of the things we're going to end up having to deal with, of course, are going to be rodents, rabbits, things of that nature, trying to get in the garden, destroy things. We know that. The front yard's already fenced in. We have gates on 3 sides. Probably we'll end up closing one up eventually before it's all said and done, and just keep the 2 at the very bottom. Close it all up to try and keep as many of these potential threats, you know, these little critters out of here as much as we can. Plus, it'll help us out too whenever we're out here working, give us a little bit of extra security. We do have bears and bobcats and other things in the area. Deer, that's true. As much as I love them, I don't want to see them munching on my kale. That stuff's too hard to grow. So
I like deers.
Huh?
I like deer and I like kale.
You like deer and you like kale, so I guess we can have kale and deer chips.
Alright, so guys, you can see right here, we got the wagon right here, and then there's the four-wheeler that we use. The four-wheeler is a very big investment that we have on this property, probably one of the biggest ones we've ever actually put into this property, actually using, because we use it so much. As you guys can see right here, look, the wagon right here, my dad's currently putting rocks in it. As you can see, it's rocks and other, like, mostly dry grass and stuff, and putting it up on the rocks and the shovels and stuff. But however, it's been a really good investment to actually have a wagon and a four-wheeler. So if you ever want to do anything for your property that you want to know that would be really helpful for, like, moving things around, like bags of feed to rocks, or to moving anything around, like dirt, or maybe even manure for, like, composting, definitely a four-wheeler and a wagon is definitely very, very helpful and very useful. Here's Jonathan right here. He's saying hello. He's doing a little dancey dance. Oh no, he's doing the Tobey Maguire emo dance. Oh no, and he's dabbing. 2017 throwback. Hello. Beautiful.
He's like, I was at Disney World.
Tired. Beautiful. So I am currently down here where we're going to be repurposing these rocks, and I'm going to be showing you exactly where we are repurposing them. So if you have any areas around your property, like any ditches, any holes, it's a great place to put some rocks in to actually fill up and backfill those areas, other than just bringing dirt in, because it's going to help us stabilize it if you bring in the rocks in first and then put the dirt over it. It'd be a lot better to do something like that. But I'm going to be showing you guys where we are actually putting these rocks, and it's actually where we have a little bit of a creek flowing through our driveway down here. Well, it's more like an access driveway road through here, but it's going to definitely need some attention. I'm going to show you guys exactly why we are doing this. So we had a very heavy rain that came through, and it really took out a lot of the dirt that was around here, a lot of the clay, and it's left it with mostly just sand and a lot of like clay. But we have like a little stream coming through here. It was a bit more intense a couple days ago, but it still is coming through with like plenty of water, because we got a lot of rain really quick at one time. So I think that's one of the reasons why it washed out. But still, we have this problem even with just a light rain. It's pretty bad. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking and show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, as you guys can see, we got some water standing here. And there's the creek coming through the driveway. As you can see, all this here has been washed out. We have brought gravel in down here before, and it still gets washed out like crazy. So we're taking the rocks that we do have, and we are repurposing them down here. As you guys can see, all this right here, it's crazy. It's washing just straight down through here, going down, following the contour of the property where the path of least resistance is. And there's just so much water coming through. And so as you can see right here, we got some here my dad brought down last time. And we got like a little creek running through here with the rocks that we've also placed these here. And we just got it kind of all the way going back through here. So we're just going to be backfilling this area right here. So I'm going to probably take this right here, and we're going to kind of sit through this area to kind of actually stop this water down some and slow it down, because we have so much that's washing out through here. As you guys can see, it's just coming up pretty quickly and pretty fast and washing it out, and it's insane. So let's go ahead and get to work on that, and I'll show you guys the results after I get done. Alright, I just finished it up. Went ahead and got it all out, since we had like a bunch of rocks and it's hard to get out, so it took me a bit to get them all out, but I got them out, and I'm going to show you all the results real quick. Alright, so I was able to get a good bit through here, as you can see, and I put all the bigger rocks towards this area, and all the smaller rocks are kind of coming towards this area, so it looks really decent and nice so far. I started over here and kind of working my way over here some. You can see we got some over here. We're going to need a lot more rocks to fill all this up. As you guys can see, we got a lot of water through here from just that one rain. We got a lot to backfill through here to actually build up this place here, because you can see from here, it's pretty much a huge drop. If I show you all the way back here, I'll show you all exactly what I'm talking about, how big of a drop this is. This is before it starts to go down the deep part. As you can see, there's my four-wheeler over there cranked up still on the incline, and this is how deep it goes. And you can see the washout through here. So it's going to take a lot of maintenance to get this thing cleaned up, because of the way the property lies and the way everything goes, because the water is going to travel the path of least resistance. And as you can see, this is the path it's going to take. It's also a lot more clearer than the rest of the forest, because there's more woods and stuff for it to have to travel through, so it's a bit more difficult. But as you can see, this is where we stand. We got a lot more to do. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of my animals real quick, and y'all get to watch me do that real fast. Alright, so I'm down here with them. As you guys can see, they're hungry and they're ready for their food. This is Jackson. This is Trouble. And over there's Gloria. She's kind of hiding, and you can see the beautiful sunset behind us. So if you stuck around to the end of this video, y'all got to see a pretty sunset, and you got to see Jackson, Trouble, and Gloria. So congratulations for making it at the end of this video. And let's go ahead and feed them real quick. And yeah. Guys, it is so beautiful out here right now, and I am so happy I'm down here to actually catch it. I'm going to turn this thing around and show y'all how beautiful it is. And this is one of the reasons why I love the country. I love the mountains, I love the view, and I love having my animals. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down in the comment section below, and we'll catch you guys in another video. Alley Cat out.